Hi guys, this is Jackie from TechJackie.com. Welcome to another video on SEO. First of all, if you're brand new to this channel, make sure you press the subscribe button down below so when I release a new SEO video like this, you get notified. Right. So in today's video, I'll go through a recent case study that I was able to help this client, e-commerce client, in a very competitive niche. Um, you can say somewhere related to smoking, vaping, all those kind of niche. So right, it's kind of like a gray hat type niches. So there's a lot of competition, and the keywords, the search volume per month of some of the keywords can even go up as high as 40 to 60K per month, right? So as you can see, this is a brand new website. It's an e-commerce website, brand new website, fresh domains, no not an expired, not an auction domain. As you can see, in less than a year. So this is when we started off around May 17th, 2022, and right now it's January, and the site is has been continuously growing since then. Right, as you can see, this is a search console. It's a live um, search console, so it's not any screenshot that I've taken from anywhere. It's from my clients. And this is the case studies. I'll leave a link in the description so you learn more of the stuff. Essentially, what I'll be going through here is to kind of explain what I did, right? So first, the project background. The client, as I said, operates in a vaping slash smoking niche in Thailand, and he monetizes his website through selling products on the website. So it's an e-commerce website. It's not built on WordPress. It was built using a platform called Bento, which is a local e-commerce website, kind of like a management system. So there's a lot of technical, what do you say, technical, like there's not a lot of technical flexibility there to kind of make changes, as well as the on page as well, like not many areas where we can make a lot of changes, but nevertheless it's good enough to be able to add some content and publish some blog posts, stuff like that, right? And of course the page speed and everything that we cannot really optimize. So some part of the technical stuff we couldn't be able to do it, but at least it was good enough. And just to give you an idea, this is a client who came to me for 5 sessions of SEO coaching. So if you're interested in in SEO coaching, I'll leave a link in the description below as well, so you can learn more about it. So essentially, he came for a coaching, and we worked together after that a little bit, on an ongoing basis to kind of make sure that this project is on the right track. And some of the challenges, as I mentioned earlier in the video, it's a highly competitive niche. There's a lot of big players in the market that has been dominating Google searches for years, and also is a spammy niche, right? So so Google is quite strict, and Google doesn't trust many of the website in the niche. So what we usually see in spammy niches, like like this type of website or CBD or something like that, is that there seems to be like a filter or something that Google puts on the niche. So especially if you are a new website, if you're just starting out, and if you just apply um, any of the spammy tactics right from the beginning, then Google can then Google will catch you and will kind of like penalize you right then and there, right? Algorithmically. So it's very hard to get a new website up, and especially in this type of niches. So you need to be really careful when you execute your strategies, right? So, and also there's a lot of kind of, like, you can say it's similar to EAT type niche, like medical and finance, all those, where there's like another level of filters, or things to keep in mind, you can say. And here's the overview of what I did. First, the on-page optimizations, right? So like I said, we couldn't do much with the technical stuff, but we removed some of the unnecessary things that we could do, such as unused product tags from the product that we don't use. And the reason why we remove product tags and all this is we don't want to create too many unnecessary pages, right? So like especially this is quite a big website, so there are like about 500 products to that are sold. So you're gonna have 500 of product pages created, and then we're gonna have category pages, and we're gonna have blog pages. then we don't want to have these tag pages indexed, right? Because that will waste the crawl budget, that will create unnecessary technical bloat issues, which essentially means you kind of have a lot of unnecessary pages in your index, and it will make it much more difficult for Google to crawl and to collect data on your website. So when we quickly jump to the on page, and when it comes to e-commerce, generally speaking, the home page would represent the brand, and the category or collection page would be the main ranking page. So typically for any for any e-commerce website, you would have some site structure like this, right, where the home page will represent the brand, right? So we don't normally rank the home page for anything when it comes to e-commerce. This is also true for many of the businesses, where the homepage will kind of just represent the brand, and sometimes we will use the homepage to rank for the main keyword of the entire website, but that depends, right? So that depends on the strategies and everything. And then we will have category pages created, and generally speaking, for e-commerce, category pages will be the one that will rank for in most cases, right? And in each category, of course, you will have products created, and some of these products also do have search volume. We also try to rank for some of the product as well, but generally speaking, for most of the e-commerce website, product pages aren't even going to rank, right? But in this case, in my client's website, some of the products were having some search volume, so we were also optimizing some of the product for SEO as well. Right, of course, after underneath each main category, you can also have subcategories as well, but that usually doesn't require, it's not required, but just to let you know. So we would divide the website into such structure, so it's easier for Googlebot to kind of categorize and understand the whole site structures and everything. And then we jumped right to optimize each of these category pages, right, with a proper on page. So the tactic which we do here, like I said, since it's a spammy niche, we needed something different, right? We needed to go a little bit beyond of what we normally do. So of course, we started off with a thorough keyword research. So the first step is to go through keyword research, and then lay out the site properly. So we did a thorough keyword research, come up with a list, and then we started dividing the website, start coming up with the site structure. And then our goal was to publish products and categories and all other pages on the website as quickly as possible to help raise the initial semantic scores. So we want to set our foot strong right off the bat, right? Like, we set the site to no index, and then we make sure that we create all those pages, and we get those pages ready. So by the time we open up the website for index, we would already have like 200-300 pages ready to get indexed, right? So kind of like a floodgate, right? So when we open it, then Googlebot comes in and then crawl the entire website, and then in one or two goes, it can quickly get understand what the site is all about. So this help raise the initial semantic score, right? So we want to set the first step right strong, right off the bat, to kind of get our site off that spammy filter thing that I mentioned initially in the video, right? So that's the strategies, and this also goes with the off page as well, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But generally speaking, we want to execute things as quickly as possible, right? To Because when it comes to Google search, when it comes to the algorithms, Google really favors website that is fresh, that is constantly popular, that is constantly receiving a lot of signals over a short period of time, right? So whether it's let's say uh publishing lots of content very fast in a short period of time, or building a lot of links in a short period of time, with a caveat that those links are high quality, then you're gonna see the results much faster, right? Rather than going um, on a on like on a step by step basis, right? So this is also one of the reasons why some of the website takes a lot of time to get out of sandbox, is because they're not doing things fast enough, right? Because you have to also keep in mind that the web is constantly changing. So here are other on-page strategies that are involved, right? When it comes to the detail. such as placing more important content higher up the page. So we make sure we have our main keywords, page content page right up on the top of the page. We also make sure to optimize each sentence using semantically relevant keywords. Here we use our our tool, my own tool that I created using Python script, and it's only exclusive to my SEO coaching client, and I only use it for my own client as well for a service. But to do that, you can obviously use tools like Survey SEO to get similar results. And then we also get into keyword count and density optimization to make sure that we don't over optimize stuff. And then we get into things like entity connection establishment. So essentially means creating a proper about us page, having references and everything to kind of validate our website, right? You can think of it like a name, address, phone number, for local SEO, but something similar to that. And then when we write our content, we also make sure to use specific data points, numbers, and easy to digest language structure, right? On both the blog content as well as the category page, because the algorithms can easily understand, easy to simple to understand language. And then we also obviously focus, like I said, on category pages, and then creating the right navigation structure for internal links, right? Since the e-commerce website is going to have a lot of pages, we need to make sure that all the internal links are properly set up, right? So this is through having a proper site structure right off the bat. Now, coming to the off-page section, since it's a very competitive space, then obviously we gotta need a lot of backlinks. We're gonna need a lot of off-page signals. So we started off with press release, right? So press release, help get your backlinks, a lot of backlinks in a short period of time, right? So that helped get that initial burst of quality signals that Google can see, right? And then we also get to things like link packages. So link packages are essentially, like if you go to marketplaces like Fiverr or Legit, all those marketplaces, you'll see some sellers sell high DA type backlinks that come in a form of like a packages, maybe like 100 backlinks for let's say $50, something like that. And then they'll use a mix of Web 2.0s, a mix of, I don't know, social media bookmarking. You can you see the idea, right? Like old stuff, backlink that we used to use back in the day. And yes, those links still work, but you have to know how to use them properly. So we initially use them, in a proper way. And since this client is based in Thailand, so obviously Google's language understanding still isn't that good compared to English language. So these links provide us with a lot of good do follow links to help us get initial page rank flow to the website, right? Because press release, although you get a lot of links in a short amount of time, most of them are still no follow, whereas these link packages, they are mostly do follow, right? And then followed by a consistent engagement optimization. So we make sure that we run some engagement campaign, we build a brand, right? And we get traffic flowing and everything, get some user signals, which is very important ranking signals. And then lastly, we also make sure to obtain some high quality links using guest posts and PBNs, right? So obviously, a lot of private blog networks have been used for in this case. So it's basically a combination of different type of links, link packages, press release, PBN, some guest posts, sprinkling throughout the website to help build that overall authority, right, that we were looking for. Since it's a very competitive space, we want to do things high quality as well as quickly as possible. And you can see here's the result over about 6 months. We survived pretty much every update, and the site has been growing ever since, right? And these are some of the rankings. As you can see, some of these are in the last 3 months. Like this one has roughly about 31,000 searches in the last 3 months, right? This keyword, you can see. So we are ranking like 4.4. So it's a great achievement. You can see, right? Especially in a spammy niche. Again, if especially if you want to get into this type of niche, you need to really be careful of what you do. But just a tip there is to make sure everything is high quality right off the bat, and make sure you execute things as quickly as possible with quality as well, right? So quantity and quality are very important in this case. So that's all for it, right? If you have any questions, feel free to leave in the comment section down below and try to answer them as soon as possible. Again, if you're interested in SEO coaching, private SEO coaching, just reach out to me. I'll leave the link in the description. So you'll learn a lot more of all these advanced strategies and get access to the tools, so you be able to get the results you want. And that's all for it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.